So then, if you could just talk us through what happened.
Okay, I had a bit of money in the bank, and I said to my good friend here, Andre, I said, I'll take you to the Green Parrot, and he goes, oh, where's that? I go, oh, it's down in Wellington, big feed, beautiful. He goes, yeah, cool. So we go down there. We've been sitting in there for about half an hour. We had a beer each, and then they started serving our meals. And then we noticed a few, I guess what, detectives or something. They kept walking past, and then they kept walking into the toilets and stuff and that. And then he goes up and they draw the curtains, and I said to the owner, or not the owner, or whoever the manager was, I go, oh, what's happening here? That's a bit unusual. We'd like looking outside. And they're going, oh no, there's a very important guest coming in here very soon. So we go, oh yes, sweet. He goes, do you want us to move you? And we're going, no, we're fine where we are. So we go down there, we're sitting there, and next thing the Prime Minister walks in. And then Andre goes to me, he goes, oh, do you think he would get a photo with us? And I'm going, he seems like a very approachable guy. Why don't you go ask one of his minders?
Yeah, so I asked his protectors there, and they says no, private dinner. Sorry. So yeah, that was about.
Yeah, so I said, oh, leave that to me. I'll approach him from the other side. After I go up to the toilet, I'll approach him from the other side. We won't get in front of the minders, and I might be able to talk to him directly. So therefore I did that, excuse me, and went up to him and go, Mr. Key, I voted for you, you know, really like what you're doing and all of that. He shook my hand, he stood up, you know, very nice.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. And I said, do you mind if we get a photo? And he goes, no problems. So then Andre gave one of his people having dinner with him, who I think is one of the people in the National Party, National Party president, or I'm not sure, I don't know.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, would you mind if you...
Yeah, and he goes, no problem. So he gets up, takes a photo of us, and then the Samoan family, or I think I was Samoan or Islander family that was sitting to the right of us, next thing they've asked him, and they're all getting their photos taken with them. And then there was another family of half Chinese people, I think they were half Chinese, but they were up there taking photos. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, Mr. Key, you're not a bad guy, you know. It's like, you know, you're being very nice to everyone, very sociable. And then he sort of said, oh, what are you guys into? And I said, oh, we're unemployed, you know. This is our one night out a year and all that. And being cheeky, I said, would you pay for our meal?
And what did you say to that?
Absolutely, he said.
Absolutely. So we thought, great, you know, we've just saved ourselves $80, you know, and so, and
then we couldn't stop saying how much of a good guy he was, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, we walked. When I left after we had our meal, because he was still eating his meal, I said to the manager of the restaurant, I go, oh, John's got our tab, and he goes, oh, I don't believe you. And I says, why don't you go up and ask him? And he goes, I can't do that. He's the Prime Minister. I'm going, well, he's a very approachable guy, as you can see, what's happened tonight. So anyway, he went up and asked one of his minders. Next thing, we're arseholed out of the place. Andre was taken one way down the street. I was taken the other way. I got my arm twisted right up my back. And then he's talking to his sleeve, how the CIA or whatever they work, going, bring the uniforms in, bring the uniforms in. And they arrested us both for breach of bail.
And technically, I did breach because I had a beer, and my bail conditions are not to consume alcohol. Right. So technically, that was a breach. But it wouldn't have happened if it was just a meal and a beer.
You know? And I was, like they said to me, oh no, you breached your bail. And I'm going, well, I'm not to be found drunk in a public place. I says, I've had one beer, how can I be found drunk? And they actually brief tested me, the police, and I was found not even under youth limit. So obviously, you know, pretty much 0 alcohol.
And they did rough him up, you know, it wasn't sort of really fair, you really, you know, it was 3-on-1 or whatever.
Yeah.
So when you'd spoken to the manager and asked him if he'd go and talk to Mr. Key,
Yeah.
you were then waiting at the
At the counter,
with-
yeah.
And it was one of the
Yeah,
security people who
DPS,
came over.
Diplomat Protection Squad, or CIB, or CIA, I call them here in New Zealand, because they act like it, or they try to. Then, to my disgust, in the morning, because we both spent a night in the cells, which was very cold and horrible, I've found I've been charged with theft. And that was theft from the Green Parrot of $82.
We didn't even give him a chance to F-post it.
Yeah. Like I said to the guys from the DPS and the uniforms, I says, hey, I've got my money card in my pocket. I says, if John's not going to cough up for it like he promised, no problems. So,
Now too late, it was all over.
yeah, so johnkey.com is my new name for him.
Okay.
How did that